Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Like we all know, the return of Arinzo by Iyabo Ojo premieres tomorrow, being the 3rd of April 2026 across cinemas in the country. And earlier today, Priscilla Ojo drummed support for her mother because her mom, Iyabo Ojo, has been receiving tons of backlash from people who are majorly Toyin Abraham's fans, saying a lot of things that Iyabo threw Toyin under the bus. And for those of you who are not aware, we all know what went. I'm pretty sure most of you know what went down at the premiere of the return of Arizo. Funke ignored Toyin Abraham because of an existing issue, and Iyabo had to come out to say, listen, I have tried so hard to fix these ladies, to bring them back together, and nothing seemed to work, and I am done at this point. And also, the night that thing happened, there were lots of think pieces. Some people say, oh, Iyabo deliberately did not want Toyin to be part of the movie, even though Toyin was in part 1. And Iyabo had to come out to say, listen, I wanted her in that movie, but she pulled out last minute, which hurts me because I had to rewrite the story all over again. And then it left me wondering, if Toyin knew all about this, when people were making those allegations, why didn't she say, oh no, I was supposed to be in that movie, but I pulled out? But there's this thing where people stay silent when you're being maligned. You have the power to come out and say, listen, this is not what happened, and trust me, the story will buy a natural buy. And then, because the whole time Iyabo Ojo has been quiet, the rumors have been circulating, and then she came up a day after her premiere, to write a lot about how she tried to reconcile Funke and Toyin Abraham, and she succeeded. But then there was an agreement that regardless of what happens, they will never come out online to troll any or to address any issue online. They will sort it off camera, which both women accepted, only for Toyin to come out in December to start complaining, oh, my movie is this, a certain person, a certain producer, a certain movie is being sold, people are recommending a certain movie at selling points in cinemas, and a whole lot of allegations. And of course, Funke felt offended, and that was directed at her. Very obvious. So the long and short of it is, since then people are still talking, oh yeah, boy, you're ungrateful upon all what Toyin Abraham did for Priscilla Ojo. See, that's why I'm not a fan of people doing some kind things for me, because in Nigeria it's as if when people help you do one or two things, they just expect you to remain a dummy. And I wouldn't even say Toyin Abraham did so much for Priscilla during her wedding. If anything, that wedding, JP 2025, kind of polished Toyin Abraham. It rebranded her, and that was how she got the name Oversabi Auntie. And because she had already said it, oh, I'm going to be Oversabi Auntie, I will be everywhere. And she lived up to that, and it's kind of made people begin to see her in a different light. So seeing people now say, oh, after everything she did for, like, what is everything? I want to know what she did. Chioma Goodhair paid for the hall, which Iyabo thanked her loudly. She paid for the hall, and that hall is valued at not less than 20 million naira. Do you know what it means for someone to pay for such hall? And I've not seen Chioma doing anything, or people say, oh, after everything, now she carried the man, give him. So I think I've said too much. Let me just read out Priscilla's message drumming support for her mother, which she has now deleted.
Always misunderstood, always blamed, even when she's not the one in the mix. Since Arinzo's announcement, can't you see the pattern? A lot of drama, back to back, just for one aim, ruin her plans. But God's stronger than man, and this movie will sell in Jesus' name. When she's quiet, they twist the story. When she speaks, they get angry about the truth and still twist the story. All in all, a good heart always wins. The return of Arinzo's already a masterpiece, and no matter how they gather, if the gathering is not of God, they will fail. Didn't you see the magnitude of people? Didn't you see the magnitude of people that showed up for the premiere? If she was a bad person, you think people would show up and support her? Exactly. That just shows how she shows up, supports people. Lastly, if you look at everything clearly, you will see that most of the time she gets dragged is because she's always fighting people's battles offline and online. But when it's time for them to fight for her, what happens is that they go mute. Live. Iyabo Ojo, she tagged her mom, your fans and JP lovers love you. Never change who you are, though, and continue being you. I guess that's why God keeps blessing you. Truth will reveal itself eventually. And for Arinzo, it will sell. April 3rd, we are coming out in full force. No distractions. And as expected, this message was greeted with a whole lot of tweets, people implying that Prissy shouldn't have involved herself in it. It's adult talk. And I'm like, oh my God, you really can never please the world, you know? Why shouldn't Prissy be involved in it? I mean, if someone is trolling my mother for the wrong reason, it is within my right to come out and say, listen, my mom is innocent, my mom is a victim, or whatever it is I want to say. As long as I am not being rude and disrespectful, there is absolutely nothing wrong with what Priscilla put out. You know, the thing about human beings is they love to, okay, for example, initially when this thing started, everybody was blaming Iyabo. Oh, Iyabo this, oh, you did not involve Toyin, you did not do this. And when she came out and said her side of the story, Toyin's fans felt slighted because it exposed, the road to your turn. When you are being maligned, you have a film coming out, and you know how sensitive people can be. They can decide, oh, we're not going to watch this movie, Iyabo is not a good person, and before you know, she has spent millions of naira on this movie. My dear, when it gets to your turn, when people are maligning you, maligning your parents, and you know that you can defend them, keep short too. Keep short. In fact, your children will be against you, so you clap for them. You tell us how good you are, you clap. Oh, congrats my children for not sticking by me, you people are doing well, I am proud of all of you, this is how I want you to behave. Because when it comes to celebrities, sometimes we need to put ourselves in their shoes, because a lot of people just see celebrities as superhumans. First, they are human beings with blood in their veins, so the way you react to a situation, they might even react the same way or worse. And until you have been in their shoes, where you drop a post advertising your movie and their comments saying, yeah, but you're not a good person, you're ungrateful, after all what Toyin Abraham, you did not put her in the movie, Funke, instead of you to support, waiting. It's going to be a beautiful Easter by God's grace. The Return of Arinzo will be showing in cinemas. Funke Akindele's Behind the Scenes will be coming to cinemas tomorrow, being the 3rd of April 2026. So in all of this, we will be busy. If you can go to the cinema, you go. If you can catch up with Funke's movie on Netflix, please do. At the end of the day, it is all about supporting. And if someone asks you, what movie do you think I should see this Easter, mention The Return of Arinzo. Let's support Queen Mother. She's an amazing woman. The other day, I saw a video where Camo States, there's a guy known as Camo States. You should know him. He's very close to Funke Akindele as well. And they asked him during this Iyabo Ojo's premiere to share his personal experience with Iyabo Ojo. And he said his personal experience, that Iyabo gave him his first viral skit. That he had just sent her a DM, oh, please, Mama, I would like you to feature in my skit. And Iyabo just sent her address to him. He said after they had finished shooting, he was about leaving, he watched the video. I was like, okay, Mama, can we do this? Can we add this? And she was willing. I said, why not? Let us do it. That is who Iyabo Ojo is. A kind woman with her hands open. We have seen how she has been with Wunmi Mohbad and all of that. So, please, we need to support her in every way that we can, and allow distractions to sink deeper and deeper in the ocean.